Good evening. The time is 9 p.m. U.S. Central Time. This program is coming to you live from Chicago. And in the news at this hour, 3 important relief programs have either expired or are about to expire as Congress continues to debate the next round of coronavirus aid to the public. The $600 unemployment supplement ends tonight at midnight. A federal moratorium on evictions ended last Friday, leaving more than 12 million renters at risk, and the Paycheck Protection Program for assisting small businesses, which still has an unspent $130 billion remaining, is set to expire August 8th. Even so, Congress adjourned for the weekend without coming to any deal on a new stimulus package. Democrats and Republicans each blamed the other for their inability to come to an agreement. In dueling press conferences, White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows blamed Democrats for rejecting a stopgap measure that would have continued the enhanced unemployment benefit for 1 week, while House Speaker Nancy Pelosi railed against Republicans and the Trump administration for taking a piecemeal approach to helping Americans as virus cases continue to surge. The judge in the criminal case against Ghislaine Maxwell has ordered a portion of the documents from previous cases involving Maxwell to be unsealed. The papers are being released in stages. Those released today indicate Jeffrey Epstein and Maxwell were in touch as recently as 2015, despite Maxwell's recent claims that they had not spoken in more than 10 years. Maxwell, a 58-year-old British socialite, has pleaded not guilty to involvement in Epstein's alleged sex trafficking ring. The unsealed documents pertain to a civil lawsuit brought by Virginia Giuffre, who claims to be one of the victims Maxwell procured for Epstein and others. Giuffre alleges Maxwell ordered her to have sex with several high-profile men. One is described in the deposition as the owner of a large hotel chain, another a foreign president, Spanish in his 40s, and listed by name were Britain's Prince Andrew and former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson, both of whom have declined the allegations. Maxwell is currently awaiting trial in a Brooklyn federal detention facility and faces the possibility of up to 35 years in prison. After voting for President Trump in 2016 and staunchly defending him in conservative publications, a member of a highly influential conservative organization is now calling on the House of Representatives to impeach Trump a second time. Stephen Calabresi, co-founder of the Federalist Society, has issued a scathing opinion published in the New York Times in answer to Trump's Twitter post of yesterday calling for a delay in the November election. Calabresi writes, "Until recently, I had taken as political hyperbole the Democrats' assertion that President Trump is a fascist. But his latest tweet is fascistic and is itself grounds for the president's immediate impeachment and removal." Other conservative figures, including Washington Attorney George Conway and former National Security Advisor John Bolton, immediately endorsed Calabresi's statement. Here is our nightly coronavirus update. CNN reports that a new study has found that some individuals have an apparent immunity against the coronavirus. Scientists have theorized their T cells have built up the protection, possibly due to exposure to other virus strains. The study, published in the scientific journal Nature, found that among a sample of 68 healthy adults in Germany, even though they had not been exposed to the coronavirus, 35% of them had T cells in their blood that showed a defensive reaction against it. Another study, this one involving children, and the amount of virus particles present in their system has raised concerns about whether youngsters are more likely to transmit it. That will likely factor into the thinking of school officials as they decide how to proceed in the upcoming semester. Of the 15 biggest school districts in the country, 10 have now decided they will begin the school year with online learning only, meaning no in-person attendance. Here are the latest numbers from the Center for Disease Control. Total virus cases now in the United States, 4,473,975. That is up from yesterday's figure by 68,042. The estimated death toll now stands at 151,500, up from yesterday's estimate by 1,216. More news in just a moment. Now this.
Planning a trip to visit family? Leaving your home increases your chances of getting and spreading COVID-19. Some state or local governments are issuing orders and guidance, such as stay at home or shelter in place. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends you stay home except to get groceries, medications, or other essentials. If you must travel, follow the state or local guidance where you are, along your route, and at your destination. For more information, visit cdc.gov.
9:06 p.m., continuing with our news report about that large-scale computer hack on the systems of social media platform Twitter 2 weeks ago. A 17-year-old boy in Tampa was arrested and charged this morning for his alleged involvement in the scheme, which took over the accounts of prominent users like Joe Biden, Bill Gates, and Mike Bloomberg, posting messages to promote a financial scheme involving Bitcoin. The minor, whose name is being withheld, was arrested after an investigation conducted by federal and state agencies. He faces 30 possible felony charges. Authorities are weighing whether to seek to try him as an adult. No announcement thus far on whether any other individuals were involved. In business news, the country's attempt at economic comeback is sputtering as coronavirus cases continue to rise. The U.S. economy contracted at a 33% annualized rate from April through June, its worst drop on record, and the Labor Department's weekly jobs report showed unemployment claims rose for the second week in a row. Even so, there was upward movement, at least modestly, on all three major stock indexes today. Dow Jones Industrial Average up 115 points to close at 26,428. NASDAQ gained 157 to 10,745, and the S&P 500 finished at 3271. That's plus 25 points. In the nation's weather report, Hurricane Isaias is expected to strengthen as it tracks through the Bahamas into tomorrow, and then it will move near Florida this coming weekend before tracking up the East Coast as far north as New England next week. A hurricane warning has been issued for a portion of Florida's east coast from Boca Raton northward to Melbourne. At this point, it is a Category 1, the low end of the hurricane scale, with approximately 80-mile-per-hour winds. For Chicagoland, mostly cloudy tonight, low around 70. Tomorrow, Saturday, partly sunny with a high near 80 degrees. Tomorrow night, cloudy, 20% chance of showers late evening, low about 68. For Sunday, early morning showers possible, then sunshine and 80 degrees for late morning and afternoon. Clouding up again late in the day with 30% chance of an evening shower. And then Sunday overnight, 40% rain, low 67. Our current conditions, mostly cloudy skies, 74 degrees at the airport, 73 lakefront. Relative humidity 60%, and a northeast wind at 12 miles per hour. AccuWeather radar is all clear for the Chicagoland area. The time is 9:09 p.m., and once again here at Radio City, we have 73 delightful degrees.
Live from Chicago, Variety Broadcast presents Radio Classics. Now here's your host, Tom Edwards.
If you're gonna give me good kisses like that, what? Honey, don't you know I'm gonna give them right back. That's a kiss and get away. That's a kiss and get away. That's a kiss and get away. Now that's a kiss and get away. Mess around and fall in love. Don't mess around.
If you're gonna start out hugging me tight, hug me right, 'cause that's a hugging good way.
Lift your bottom
That's a
dollar.
hugging good way.
With you, Daddy.
That's a hugging good way to mess around and fall in love.
Dig this. You remember this? You know you called me on the phone.
Yeah, baby.
And just because I was alone, yes, you came around wooing.
Admit it.
Ah,
Admit it.
you better ask somebody if you don't know what you're doing.
Now you kissed me and you rocked my soul. Don't come around knocking rock and roll, 'cause that's a rockin' good way.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, that's a rockin' good way.
Yeah.
That's a rockin' good way to mess around and fall in love. Well, you know you called me on the phone, and just because I was all alone,
That's why I called you, baby.
you came around wooing. You'd better ask somebody if you don't know what you're doing.
Now that you kissed me and rocked my soul, don't come around knocking
What I
rock
say
and
now?
roll. That's a rockin' good way. Dinah, that's a rockin' good
I'm
way.
with you, baby.
And that's a rockin' good way to mess around and fall in love.
You better know it, baby.
I'm digging you.
It's a rockin' good way.
And I love to rock. How about you?
And baby, you got what it takes.
Ain't that something? You dig the rock?
That's a cute one. There we have for you the combined talents
I like your spot.
of Brooke Benton and Dinah Washington on Radio Classic, starting us out for a TGIF Friday evening. How are you tonight, huh? You looking pretty good considering all the craziness that we are enduring these days. I caught the note earlier that his royal foolishness from the Oval Office landed, I believe it was in Tampa, Florida. It wasn't exactly, one of these pre-planned big staged rallies in an auditorium, not a formal thing with tickets and all of that, sort of an impromptu deal there at the airport. And it wasn't a big crowd, but all of these people are lined up and very tightly lined up because there wasn't a lot of space. You know how, I guess, near the tarmac or something, they rope it off and people have only just so much room to stand in, and they're behind ropes and whatnot. They're all together right on top of one another with no masks. I can't begin to understand this. It's Florida. Now, of course, we know that DeSantis, the governor there, is a big Trump devotee. But even Trump himself now is beginning to wear masks, even if somewhat grudgingly. So why don't they relent on this? Why don't they start telling their followers to go ahead and put masks on? Because these people would go right along with it. You know how they are. I mean, Trump could say one thing, and then 5 minutes later he'll say, well, I didn't say that, or I didn't mean that. My point being that if he completely reverses himself 180 degrees, they'll be none the wiser. They won't care. They'll just go right ahead and happily go along and do whatever he says. So why not just do it? Why not just tell them to go ahead and put a mask on? I don't know if you can decode any of this for me. I mean, it's like these people are on some weird secret radio wavelength, where they're getting messages beamed onto their dental work that the rest of us can't hear. It's like we're in a horror movie and they're pod people. Their brains have been taken over. Maybe that's an optimistic assessment, brains being taken over, because that begins with the supposition that there is a brain in the head to be taken over. So maybe I'm being far too generous. Well, the whole idea of our little broadcast here is to get our minds off of the troubles of the day. That's why I began it. It's been about, let me think, 3, 4, 5, 6, been on the air about 5 months. And I've enjoyed it. I am still enjoying it. How about you? I guess you must if you're here. Our main claim to fame is the great trivia game, our world-famous trivia game. So in case we have any newcomers to the program, stay tuned. We'll tell you all about that and get the fun underway in just a moment.
This is how it starts. Something happens to upset you. Something happens to make you tense up, cause nerves to snap.
Oh, yeah.
and with each mounting pressure, excess acid may start to flow in your stomach.
Yep, that's it.
First a drop, then another, and another. Result, acid indigestion.
Oh, it's the big
Heartburn,
one.
That burning sensation. That's why wherever you go, always carry Rolaids, one of the most effective medications known for acid relief. Only Rolaids contains this exclusive buffering compound. Rolaids breaks into thousands of tiny particles. Each particle consumes 47 times its weight in excess stomach acid. Helps control the steady acid flow. So always carry Rolaids for fast, long-lasting relief. Handy, convenient, Rolaids consumes 47 times its weight in excess stomach acid. Rolaids.
Okay, how do you spell relief? I was waiting for that tagline. I guess that was a later campaign. That one that we just heard was a real early one. All right, Mr. J. Cat Rockefeller has run off with my notes again. What did he do with the trivia page? There we go. Here they are. Okay, now here's how we do it. We play trivia for Monopoly money, and whoever collects the most Monopoly dollars by the end of the broadcast wins a fabulous grand prize. And tonight we are giving away the second of the glitzy green properties. I forgot to write it down. I do that from time to time, getting forgetful in my old age. I'll have to pull it up and look, unless you happen to know from memory off the top of your head which property that is. Is it Pennsylvania Avenue? I've almost got it. Dee-da-dum-bum-ba-ba-bum-bum-ba-dum-bum-ba-da-bum. Here we go, Monopoly board. Pull it up on the old screen. That North Carolina Avenue. Okay, the one right next to the community chest. North Carolina is our grand prize property tonight. $300 sale price on that one. Boy, that'll look nice in your real estate portfolio. Now, remember, no search engines, no Google, no Bing, no Alexa, no Siri, none of that on the honor system. Spelling is an issue if it involves a proper noun, like the name of a famous person or an article of literature, like a book title, movie title, song title, that kind of thing. And then we use it only as a tiebreaker. It isn't that we want to be sticklers about grammar or any of that, but just in case there's like a quick tie on the chat board of people getting their answers close together, we look at the spelling if needs be as a tiebreaker. Time is of the essence, so whoever gets their entry onto the typewritten chat board first wins the round. Also be careful about multi-part questions. We do those from time to time, so if it is a multi-part question, make sure you answer all of it to make sure that your entry is counted. Okay. Now, you need to be signed in on our chat board if you wish to participate in the trivia game. Now, that's optional. It's strictly up to you. I'm just glad you're here listening in any case, but just so you know, in order to play the game, you have to sign in with a Google account. If you already have Gmail or Google Payment or Google Voice or any of those, then you're already wired up. Just sign in with your usual name and password, and it'll hook you right up. If you don't have an account, just follow the instructions on the screen. It'll walk you right through it, and only takes about 60 seconds. Okay, now we got the business out of the way. Let's get to the fun part. Here we go. Round number one, the great trivia game on Radio Classics. A $20 question for you. TV trivia is the category. This ABC network show ran for 5 seasons, 1979 to 1984. It starred Robert Wagner and Stephanie Powers as a wealthy couple who are amateur crime solvers. Name the show. Okay, $20 TV trivia, and it ran on ABC 1979 to 1984. Starred Robert Wagner and Stephanie Powers, a husband and wife detective team show. $20 is yours if you can tell me the name of the program. Barbra Streisand for us now, Secondhand Rose.
Father has a business, strictly second-hand. Everything from toothpicks to a baby grand. Stuff in our apartment came from Father's store. Even clothes I'm wearing, someone wore before. It's no wonder that I feel abused. I never that ain't been used. I'm wearing second-hand hats, second-hand clothes. That's why they call me second-hand Rose. Even our piano in the parlor, Daddy bought for 10 cents on the dollar. Second-hand pearls I'm wearing, second-hand curls. I never get a single thing that's new. Even Jake the plumber, he's the man I adore. He had the nerve to tell me he's been married before. Everyone knows that I'm just second-hand Rose from Second Avenue. From Second Avenue. No.
New Who? That's Miss Barbra Streisand, Secondhand Rose. 9:21 p.m. Radio Classics Trivia Game underway. We have a winner for round one. Tell you about that in a moment.
If it's quality you're shopping for, you'll value this advice. Your A&P has it best at lower price. You will shop confidently at A&P.
You do. All right, audience, how about a nice round of applause for Pat? Good job. Our category was TV trivia. The husband and wife detective show we were looking for was Heart to Heart. So Pat is our first winner of the night, on the board with $20. Good job. More chances to win coming up, so don't go away.
There was a secret chord that David played, and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of Song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah.
Radio Classics bringing you music for our solemn occasion this evening by Leonard Cohen. What's the solemn occasion? Well, Friday trivia game. That's solemn to me, don't you think? Oh, it's also a time to do this date in history. Maestro, could we have our nice dramatic opening music? As we look back on the 31st of July. On this date, in 1975, James Riddle Hoffa, one of the most influential American labor leaders of the 20th century, the Teamsters Union president, was officially reported missing after he failed to return home the previous night. Though he is popularly believed to have been the victim of a mafia hit, conclusive evidence has never been found, and Hoffa's fate remains a mystery. I guess he's been gone long enough that it would no longer be considered, in poor taste. But there was a time when the Hoffa jokes were popular. Do you remember? Hey, they found Jimmy Hoffa. Did you hear? Yeah, he's in the maternity ward organizing labor. Badoom. 1964 on this date, Ranger 7 beamed back the first close-up images of the moon. 4,308 pictures in total. 1777 on this date, Marquis de Lafayette became a major general in the United States Continental Army, a 19-year-old French aristocrat, Marie-Joseph Paul Roche-Yves Gilbert du Motier. Good grief, the show will be over by the time we get all of that name out and pronounced. He accepted as a commission as a major general in the Continental Army without pay. Famous birthdays today. John Ericsson, Swedish-American inventor. He invented for, among other things, the screw-type propeller that goes on boats. Up until then, they used paddle wheels. American violinist George Liberace. I'd like you to meet my brother George. Born 1911. Economist Milton Friedman, born 1912. The late Kurt Gowdy, ABC sportscaster, born 1919. The late Ted Cassidy, American actor. Remember Lurch or The Addams Family? 1932. Actor Wesley Snipes is celebrating number 58 today. And author J.K. Rowling, writer of the Harry Potter novels, is celebrating 55. And last but not least, we have a musical birthday boy today. Gary Lewis, American singer, head of the group Gary Lewis and the Playboys. He's celebrating number 74.
Who wants to buy this diamond ring? She took it off her finger now, it doesn't mean a thing. This diamond ring doesn't shine for me anymore, and this diamond ring doesn't mean what it did before. So if you got someone whose love is true, let it shine for you. This stone is genuine, like love should be. And if your baby's truer than my baby was to me, this diamond ring can be something beautiful, and this diamond ring can be dreams that are coming true. And then your heart won't ringing true, and then your heart won't have to break like mine did. If there's love behind, this diamond ring doesn't shine for me anymore, and this diamond ring doesn't mean what it did before. So if you've got someone whose love is true, let it shine for you.
Just make sure that you save your pawn ticket. Gary Lewis and the Playboys Diamond Ring on Radio Classics, 9:31 p.m. Let's see now. We have one contestant on the board so far with a score. Pat has 20 in our trivia game. We'll have round 2 right after this important word.
When you've got a job to do, reach for something good to chew. Chewing helps you stand the pace, anytime and any place. So hi-ho, hey, hey, chew your little troubles away. Hi-ho, hey, hey, chew Wrigley Spearmint Gum. Work goes faster, smoother too. Life seems brighter when you chew. Hi-ho, hey, hey, chew Wrigley Spearmint Gum. It's good to sink your teeth into Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. That lively flavor freshens your mouth, and the good chewing helps make the job go smoother and faster. Enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day, as millions do. Hi-ho, hey, hey, chew your little troubles away. Hi-ho, hey, hey, chew Wrigley's Spearmint Gum.
All right, round 2 of trivia. Here we go. Next question. This one, $25, movies, and here are your clues. 1994 is the year this film came out, based on a book by Anne Rice, starring Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. All right, a $25 movie question. 1994 is the year. Book by Anne Rice. The stars were Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. Give it a shot, and good luck.
Garden walls, and the stars begin to twinkle in the night. In the midst of a memory, you wanna own back to me. Breathing the name with a sigh. In the still of the night, once again I hold you tight. Though you're gone, your love lives on when the light beams. And as long as my heart will beat, sweet lover will always be here in my deep purple dream. When the deep purple falls over sleepy garden walls, and the stars begin to twinkle in the night, in the mist of a memory, you wander back to me, breathing my name with a sigh. In the still of the night, once again I hold you tight. Though you're gone, your love lives on when moonlight beams. And as long as my heart will be, sweet lover will always be here in my deep purple dream. And as long as my heart will be, sweet lover will always be here in my deep purple dream.
Radio Classics has brought you talents of Nino Tempo and April Stevens teaming up on Deep Purple. Let's team up with the Merriam-Webster robot and check out the word of the day. You want to do that? All right, let's go. Robot, roll 'em.
Mesmerize.
Interesting. Once more.
Mesmerize.
Mesmerize. Okay. M-E-S-M-E-R-I-Z-E. The definition of this verb is to subject to mesmerism or hypnotize. Second definition, to rivet someone's attention to something, to leave them spellbound. The origin of the word is a person's name, a certain Dr. Franz Mesmer, who lived in the mid-1700s. Now, experts can't agree on whether Mesmer was a quack or a genius, but they do concede that his name is the source of the word mesmerize. Most people believe that what he was actually doing is what we now call hypnotism. The magnificent Mesmer, hypnotist extraordinaire. How about that for an interesting bit of history? There we have it, mesmerize, the Merriam-Webster word of the day from the dictionary people at m-w.com. Yeah-da-da-da-da-da-dum. All right, we'll be right back with our trivia game. Don't go away.
Time to make the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts are always fresh. I made the donuts. We make them at least twice every day. Time to make the donuts. Not a few kinds, like supermarket. Made the donuts. Time to make the donuts. But up to 52 varieties. The donuts. Time to make the donuts. I made the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts, up to 52 varieties, fresh day and night. No supermarket can say that.
Our friend Pat has an editorial comment on the chat board that Trumpsters are mesmerized by Trump. That's putting it mildly, isn't it? All right, now let's see. We have a movie question in the pipeline here, and Scott is our winner on round 2. Audience, nice round of applause. Yeah, boy. Scott picks up $25 on that win. Good job. So he pulls slightly into first. Pat close behind with $20 in second place. And here comes our next question. This one, technology. A $20 prize on this round. The electricity wired up in your home is about 110 volts, give or take, and it is called alternating current. All right. Now, portable battery power, on the other hand, like a car battery, flashlight, or cell phone, that's current of a different type. What is it? Now, we need not just the abbreviation, but please make sure you spell the thing out in full. All right. The electricity wired up in your home is alternating current, but battery power, like a car battery, flashlight, or cell phone, that is a different type of electric power. And tell me in full what type that is. That's $20 for you if you come up with the first correct answer. And meantime, we'll hear the music of K-Star.
I hear the sound of music, your favorite kind of music. And that reminds me, dear, of you. I see the summer roses, your favorite shade of roses, and that reminds me too of you, dear. If I could hear no music, if there could be no roses, no summer night to make me dream as I do, I I could hear no music, if there could be no roses, no summer nights to make me dream as I do, I still would not forget you. One thing would still be true. My heart reminds me I love you.
K-Star singing for us on Radio Classics, My Heart Reminds Me of You. Sometimes my heart reminds me that I need some of those Rolaids that we were selling a while ago. 9:42 p.m. Let's see, that's the little hand is on the 18 minutes before 10 o'clock, U.S. Central Time. I'll tell you about our latest trivia winner right after this.
My baloney has a first name, it's O-S-C-A-R. My baloney has a second name, it's M-A-Y-E-R. Oh, I love to eat it every day, and if you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause Oscar Mayer has a way with B-O-L-O-G-N-A.
Oscar Mayer, the first name in Bologna.
How's that?
Run along, kid. You're full of bologna. I'm glad you like that one. All right. Congratulations. Scott has picked up 2 in a row. Audience, big round of applause. Yes, the other form of electricity that is of the battery power type, that is direct current. Your house current is alternating, and battery portable power is direct. You've heard of AC/DC, right? That's the other one, direct current. All right, next question. Here we go. Oh, good. It's our Name That Tune. Good. I love those. All right, now, as always, with a Name That Tune, we need a 2-part answer from you. It's a 2-part question, singer and song. Okay, now please make sure that you have both so that we can count your answer. I need singer and song. This was the biggest hit for this particular group, and 1978 was the year that it came out. All right, $25 is yours if you're the first one with the correct answer. Turn your volume up just a little tiny bit and put your thinking cap on. Get ready to type. Here comes your audio clue for Name That Tune.
Same old song, just a drop of water in an endless sea. All we do.
And now, here's more of Radio Classics with your host, Tom Edwards.
Good morning, yesterday. You wake up and time has slipped away, and suddenly it's hard to find the memories you left behind. Remember, do you remember the laughter and the tears, the shadows of misty yesteryears, the good times and the bad you've seen, and all the others in between? Remember, do you remember the times of your life? Do you remember? Reach back for the joy and the sorrow, put them away in your mind, for memories are time that you borrow to spend when you get
setting sun. The seasons are passing one by one, so gather moments while you may collect the dreams you dreamed today. Remember, will you remember the times of your life? While you may collect the dreams you dreamed today. Remember, will you remember the times of your life? Of your life. Of your
life. Paul Anka, Times of Your Life. You remember how they appropriated that tune for the Kodak film commercial? Do they even have any place where you can develop actual film anymore? I would imagine you'd have to find a specialized laboratory to do that, wouldn't you? I think when you get into really high-end photography, portraiture, you know, like if you're sitting for a formal portrait, and maybe even some wedding photographers, I guess they probably still use the old-fashioned film, but I think just about everything is digital now. Let's see, I'm checking the calendar. Our nationalday.com website has, a real big one today, Friday the 31st, National Avocado Day. Holy guacamole, that's a big one. Saturday, tomorrow, the 1st of August, this is a little more interesting. National Shelter Dog Day. Go adopt a mutt. They'll love you for it. National Girlfriend Day. It is also National Mustard Day. Take out your girlfriend, get her a hot dog, and make sure you put mustard on it. And finally, it is also Spider-Man Day. He gets his own day, huh? I don't like spiders, do you? I got bitten by a spider one time, and boy, was that ever nasty. Of course, now, you know, this is no big secret, but men are big babies about pain anyway. But, oh, my Lord, that was agony. It bit me right in between the little toe and the one next to it. Bit me hard, too, that son of a gun. No, but seriously, I went to the hospital emergency room with it because it swelled up real big. It was ugly. They said, you know, you'll live, but and I think they gave me some sort of antihistamine shot to make it go down. But boy, that hurt. I thought I was going to lose the leg. Let's see now, where are we? Oh yeah, trivia game. And Susan picked up that one. Okay, audience, nice round of applause for Susan. We were on Name That Tune. And Sherry did have the first one with the song title, but remember now it's two-parter. We need singer and song. And so Susan picks up that one. Congratulations. And the answer, of course, was Kansas. Big hit, Dust in the Wind. 9:49 p.m., 11 before 10 o'clock, Radio Classics. Tom Edwards, your host. Glad to have you along.
Before my eyes, a curiosity, dust in the wind. All they are is dust in the wind. Same old song, just a drop of water in an endless sea. All we do crumbles to the ground, though we refuse to see. Dust in the wind.
Seems like the night for melancholy and sentimental music, huh? I didn't really plan it that way. It's just sort of accidentally working out that way, but hey, that's all right. 9:52 in the evening, 8 before 10 o'clock. Central Time. Anyway, I don't know. What time is it where you are? Let's see now. Do we have a question outstanding? No, we gave away the money on the last one, so we need to come up with a new question. All right, here we go. Trivia game, round 5. This time we're at $25. Our category is sweets and treats. The primary ingredients of this tasty treat are molasses, flour, brown sugar, eggs, and water. It's baked in a 400-degree oven. It's considered a dessert nowadays, but when it was originally developed in the 1880s by the Pennsylvania Dutch colonists who ate it, they ate it for breakfast, along with strong black coffee. If you're old enough, maybe this extra hint will help. Dinah Shore. Does that give it to you? All right, $25, sweets and treats. Primary ingredients of this tasty treat are molasses, flour, brown sugar, eggs, and water, baked in a hot oven, 400 degrees. It's generally considered a dessert nowadays, but it was originally developed as a breakfast by the Pennsylvania Dutch. They had it with strong black coffee. Take a guess if you don't know. No penalty for wrong answers, and $25 is yours if you're the first one in line.
When you say but, you've said a lot of things nobody else can say. When you say but, you've gone as far as you can go to get the very best. When you say but, you've said the word that means you like to do it all. When you say but, it means you want the beer that's got a taste that's number one. When you say but, you tell the world you know what makes it all the way. When you say but, you say you care enough to only want the king of beers. There is no other one, there's only something less, because the king of beers is leading all the rest. When you say Budweiser, you've said it all. There is no other one, there's only something less, because the king of beers is leading all the rest. When you say Budweiser, you've said it all. When you say Budweiser, you've said it all.
Oh, did I come up with a stumper? We'll give you just a little more time to think on that one. Okay, we're looking for a sweet and treat.
Mommy shark, do 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 do. Mommy shark, do 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 do. Mommy shark.
Daddy shark, do 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 do. Daddy shark, do 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 do. Daddy shark, do 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 do.
Do 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 do. Okay, time's up. I said that maybe Dinah Shore would give it to you. See if this jogs your memory.
Shoe-fly pie, an apple pan, Dottie makes your eyes light up. Your tummy say howdy. Shoe-fly pie, an apple pan, Dottie, I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Shoe-fly pie, an apple pan, Dottie makes the sun come out when heavens are cloudy. Shoe-fly pie, an apple pan, Dottie, I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Mama, when you bake, Mama, I don't want cake, Mama, for my sake. Go to the oven and make some ever-lovin' shoe-fly pie, an apple pan, Dottie makes your eyes light up. Your tummy say howdy, shoot fly pie, and apple pan dotty. I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Shoot fly pie and apple pan dotty makes the sun come out when heavens are cloudy. Shoot fly pie and apple pan dotty, I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Mama, when you start to bake, I don't want no cake. Mama, mama, for my sake, go to the oven and make some ever-lovin' shoot fly pie and apple pan dotty makes your eyes light up. Your tummy say howdy, shoot fly pie and apple pan dotty. I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Shoot apple pan dotty, it makes your eyes light up. Your tummy say howdy, shoot. I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. I never get enough of that wonderful stuff.
Dinah Shore and Chorus on Radio Classics. Well, we have to give credit to Sherry for the funniest cutesy pie answer of the night when I gave the clue Dinah Shore. Sherry typed Chevrolet. That made me laugh. I didn't see Pat's answer the first time through, but I'm glad you called my attention to that because we will certainly make a correction and give her the money. It's a busy screen with a lot of text going on, and of course I have to watch multiple things at once, so I just overlooked it by accident. We will certainly give Pat the money on that one. Good job. Shoe fly pie was our sweet and treat answer. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Variety is the spice of life. Take cereals, just Kellogg's cereals.
Variety.
Flakes and Puffs and Pops.
Variety.
Corn and wheat and rice.
Variety.
Choice at the breakfast table.
Kellogg's Variety, spice of life.
All right, looks like we have a tie game tonight. Maybe we'll have to do a tiebreaker on Monday. With that last win, Pat picked up 25, so that tied her with Scott for first place of $45. Either that or you can split the prize, whatever you want to do. But that's North Carolina Avenue. Maybe you can tear it in half, huh? And congratulations to Susan also, who came in second place. So audience, a round of applause for all of our players tonight. It was fun. All right, the orchestra has started my theme song, so I'm going to head on out of here. Good night from Mr. J. Cat Rockefeller and from me. All the best to you. Make sure now that you put your mask on whenever you go out in public. All right? I care about your safety. Be sure to avoid people who are not wearing masks. That is the most hazardous situation. That's when you've got to be on your guard and keep your distance from unmasked people, but wear yours at all times. Listen to the medical experts. Don't listen to the crazy man in the Oval Office. And then, if you would pass the word along to a friend or two about the broadcast, I'd appreciate that. We are here Monday through Friday, starting at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, 9 Central, 8 Mountain, and 7 Pacific. Over most of these stations, brought to you by who? Nabisco, that's right. Okay, have a nice weekend. I'll talk to you Monday.